What's poppin' YouTube? 9 to 5 Markets back, and hopefully you guys are ready for this video because this is gonna be a quick and jam-packed one. Alright guys, so just before I begin the video, want to just remind you guys, if you guys found anything useful in my videos or if I changed your perspective on the stock market, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you already haven't, and turn on your video notifications to stay up to date. Alright guys, I try to post every other day, but if I don't, it's alright because I will post the other day. Alright, so let's just dive right into it today. It's gonna be a jam-packed video. So when we talk about a few positions that I personally took in this week, and I'm just gonna go over them with you and tell you why I took those, my reasoning behind them, and we'll go from there. Alright, so just before I go into the first pick of the week, we all remember the bullish pennant before I talked about, correct? And we seen it in the SRENE stock, Sorrento Therapeutics, which I am still invested in at $15.50. And it is down at the moment, but that's all right. Not stressed about it, as this is my long-term stock. I see a high growth for it, so not tripping. So we're gonna talk about XL Fleet. All right, guys. So this is a swing stock for maybe within a few weeks, I would say. I'm gonna keep this unless it triggers my stop loss. All right. So you can see the same thing. A bullish pennant is being created within this graph or chart. Okay, so I got into it earlier than I would want to, but it's okay. And if it triggers my stop loss, I'm still fine with it because it's a very tight stop loss and it won't be that big because I am right on the support. My stop loss is set at $18.50. Okay, so it's my entry price is $19.71, so it's basically $1.20, you can say, and I'm perfectly fine with that because the upside to this is a lot bigger than the downside. And depending on the market, we can see this might actually trigger the stop loss, but we don't know yet, depending on the market how it'll react on Tuesday. And normally after long weekends is pretty good from what I've been like seeing like in the past long weekends. So it should be a green day on Tuesday or whenever the next week hits us, but let's see. All right, so this is the first stock I want to put on your radar. Do your due diligence, do your research, and check out what the company does. The chart was looking perfect to me, so that's why I took my first position in this. Okay, and remember, always have a stop loss, because if you do not, you might get caught in a trade and it might be going south, and it might go way too south and you might be in too deep. All right, so always have a stop loss and limit your losses, because if you don't limit your losses will be bigger than your wins, and we don't want that, right? So let me just show you quickly again. SRNE, remember that pennant breakout right there, and it broke out. We're basically looking for the same thing to happen for XL for a nice quick little swing. Okay, so that's the first stock I want to put on your stock watch list for next week, guys. And another one that I want to kind of go over with you is AYRO. Okay, so this stock was recently put on my radar, my personal radar, because I was just looking into what the company does. And since they're into the electric vehicle sector, I guess, right? So what they kind of do is, let's say you have like a school or university or whatever, and remember those carts that all those people drive around the campus to kind of transport stuff, do whatever. Those are going to be converted to electric vehicles, and this company is going to be supplying like campuses and other places like this. So just do a little bit of research on the company and you kind of know what they do and get a better understanding. And even right here, you guys can read what they do. So AYRO, formerly Dropcar Inc., is a designer and manufacturer of a purpose-built automotive-grade electric vehicles. These are the two of the vehicles are AYRO 311 and Club Car 411. So these are the cars, and three-wheeled, whatever you guys want to say, just read it out. The company offers AYRO 311 with multiple configurations, including fully enclosed two-seater, half-door, and one-seater with cargo area to transport like your luggage, whatever, around the campus. So I see this being very big in the States, even Canada, and this company is expanding in Europe, everywhere. So they're gonna have a high demand in my opinion, but I'm not long on this. I'm in it for the quick little run up, you guys can say. Okay, so this is another swing stock that I'm going to be having on my list and watch list. It potentially could be very good in the long run to even hold. It could probably go like parabolic, right? But for me, I'm liking what I'm hearing right now, and I see the momentum behind it, and I will take a little position in this. Okay, and from this drop, so the drop just recently happened, and the reason behind this drop is because they're selling their shares basically at a discounted price for $9.50, okay? And that's why the price has dropped quite a bit from all-time high of $11.49, okay? And once this dip usually happens after an offering of their shares at a discounted price, the stock tends to rebound, okay? So if you look at Arrow quickly, so this is Arrow. Look at that massive jump up, and then right after the offering, what happened? It came down like very low from the all-time high, right? Even on the RSI, it's a little bit overbought. So I'm waiting for this to kind of cool off a little bit, and I would ideally want my position at 9 or below, okay? So watch out for that. It would have been a nice idea to get into the stock for a nice swing around today's all-time low of like, not all-time low, sorry, around all-time like low for the day, $8.50 or whatever, if you guys could have hopped in, but this wasn't on my radar until today. All right, so I'm looking to potentially swing this stock up to its all-time high or beyond, because I see a lot of people buying into this right now, and the volume has picked up right here, and it's a good indication that people are putting this on their radar as well. Okay, so this is gonna be my potential swing. I'm already in XL. This one is, I'm trying to find my entry point, got my alert set, so we'll see where this goes, okay? And I also mentioned in a few videos back that I would show you guys how I kind of like look for my stocks and kind of get an idea where to, like what type of stocks to research, right? So this website called Bar Charts is pretty good in the sense that it tells you basically everything that you need to know about the stock market, certain sectors, earnings for certain stocks, and just kind of scope out which stock you might be interested in, right? So what I like to do is I like to click stocks and go to volume leaders to see the most active. I normally don't want to trade stocks that have low volume because not many people are watching that, and I like kind of a little bit pumping each stock so I can kind of swing into them for a week or two and kind of get that position in and then out, right? I ideally don't like to hold certain stocks for too long, but I do have long-term stocks, so it is what it is. Like as you can see today, we all know SNDL was heavily traded, and look at that volume, that's insane, right? And all these other stocks below it, all the weed stocks because of Reddit pump and everything that's going on, right? And another point, Reddit is destroying the investing market, you can say. Not really destroying it, but it's a lot of new people that don't know what to do. And like I know a few of my buddies that bought into this at all-time highs as well, thinking that it's gonna go to the moon. What the fuck is the moon? Sorry, excuse my French. What is the moon though? Come on guys, be realistic, right? So find out what stock you're interested in by just looking off the volume and seeing if anything kind of like intrigues you, right? And do a little bit of research on the company and go based on it. So like recently we've been seeing a lot of weed stocks, and those are the hot stocks right now, and they will cool off without a doubt, right? But just filter them out to according to what you're kind of looking for, what type of sector you want to be in, health, tech, right? Or EV sector. So just do your due diligence, kind of look, check it out. So this stock right here was on my list as well as a penny stock, but this stock has shot up so much that I don't even see entry point for a little bit, right? Ideally, Microvision, I would want to kind of revisit this stock at this price point, $15 for another swing potential. All right, very good company as well. I just don't have enough time to kind of dig into all these stocks one by one and talk about them. I like to ideally keep my videos around 10 minutes. So right here will be another potential entry for this stock as well. But look at the RSI, it is overbought right now. It's at 85. I would want it back below 70 and $15 price. Also, I want to mention one more thing. These are all daily candles, right guys? So see how it's like just kind of like doing its thing here and then suddenly blows up. So this is like how many days from, let's say right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15 days until this whole thing happened. Have patience. I'm gonna tell you guys over and over, have patience. If you're investing in a certain stock, have patience. So one more thing. So let's look at GNOG. I mentioned this in my second or third video. So this stock has been downtrending heavily. And why? Why is it downtrending heavily, right? People are asking. Wall Street is basically sleeping on this stock, and it's kind of sad to see that as well, but it has potential to run up. You got to be patient with it as well. Ideally, it's having trouble beating this $20 mark right now, and that's where my first position is at. All right, so having trouble kind of getting past this, and it's been dropping ever since. But why is it dropping? We just had the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was sold out. All the betting apps were crashing because people were trying to bet. And this, look at DraftKings. We all know about DraftKings. They've been blowing up like insane, right? So they're just sleeping on this stock right now at Wall Street. And once they kind of wake up, this stock will definitely pick up. But you got to be patient, all right? Don't rush it. This is from like all-time high was what? December. So it's been about almost over a month, all right? It's been kind of just downtrending slowly, kind of has this little pump here and it comes back down. But got to be patient with this type of stuff, all right, guys? If you do have heavy positions in this, try to kind of pivot out of them. So don't sell all your shares or do that. Just pivot some out so you have some capital to invest in other plays that are running up. All right. It's okay to take a small loss. It is a part of the game, right? But remember, do not go so heavy that you can't afford to take a little bit of a loss. All right. Another point is, don't get greedy in the stock market. Try to secure profits as soon as you can, or have a certain percentage. So for myself, I like to kind of look at 20, 40, and 80% as my first targets, right? To kind of like secure it if I'm doing swing trades for a week or two on some high volume stocks. So ideally look at that and see what you can kind of interpret and base it off that. Okay, guys? Don't get greedy. I'll tell you 100 times, stock market will destroy you real quick. So secure profits and do your best to kind of do your due diligence on each stock before taking part in it. And remember, all these stocks that I talk about, I'm not like your financial advisor. This is what I am personally doing. If I am taking a position in certain stocks, I'm just putting these on your radar so you guys can kind of have an idea and understand why they might be valuable and stuff, all right? So don't just go blindly thinking, yo, Jazz said go in this price, I'm gonna hop in. No, do your DD and just see if this kind of fits your criteria, and based on that, do what you got to do, right? But don't dive in blindly. And yeah, so watch out for this stock as well. Be patient. It's in a deadly buy zone right now, so if no one has it, pick up 100 shares at this price, or I'm gonna actually double down a little bit as well, bring my average cost down, because I do plan on holding this longer term, right, guys? And remember one more thing. My account is not going to be comparable to someone else's account, and someone else's account is not going to be comparable to my account. Everyone has different account sizes, so your risk should be based on your account size. Remember that. Don't go risking out. If I say this stock is going to go here, you put all your money in this stock. No, you're setting up yourself to technically fail right away. So you kind of get the point, right? Don't be stupid. Think smart and let's destroy the stock market this year, right, guys? So showed you the website that you can kind of filter out your stocks with whichever method you want, or like volume, the highly price traded, or whatever you guys want to call them. Price change, range price, gap up, 5-day great gainers, right? Just do your research. Just stock. This website is amazing in that sense. You can kind of explore and just figure out stuff, right? Yeah. So with further ado, guys, if you guys found anything useful in this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you already haven't. I will try to post a little bit more frequent. And if you guys liked anything in this video, leave a comment below and let me know what stocks you guys want me to check out next video. All right, peace.